I want to speak to you about, I know we've covered it before, but I want to get into the detail of it because a lot of people are intrigued to know what went through your mind. That time you told us a story where Anthony Joshua, because of all the stuff he said about him in the past and on the videos and the lives, so we can't really blame him for asking you to leave the gym. But that moment when somebody come up to you, I just want to talk about that in detail because you've told me about it before. So just tell me what was the first thing when you first noticed something's wrong.
What, with Joshua?
Yeah, when you stood in the gym, you're watching him train, and you suddenly clicked. I thought, shit, something's not right.
So I went to the gym with this guy who's died. You remember Pep Talk UK?
I remember.
There was a guy called Pro Bees.
Top
Good guy, man. Yeah, good guy, wasn't he? I liked him. So he came to the Ingle gym and he interviewed me and Barry, Kid Gallard. And then he said he's going to try and get an interview with Joshua at a gym in Sheffield, the Institute of Sport. So he asked me if I wanted to go with him. So I went with him. And he's like really friendly. He was like really friendly, this Pro B. So he went over to Joshua. Joshua was on the other side of the gym. So this Pro B's went up to him, started talking to him and that. But I stayed on the opposite side. Because I'm not really like that, you know what I mean? I'm not saying Pro B's was a groupie, but I just keep myself to myself, you know what I mean?
Stay low.
So I'm on this side of the gym, Joshua's on the other side of the gym. And he's like looked over at me. And I've looked at him and he's gone like that. And I've gone like that. And then I'm just like...
Did you feel safe at that moment?
I thought, because I spoke to him already in the gym. Because he came to the gym years before that to spar with a heavyweight called
But this is the first time you've seen him since the videos that you've obviously...
You know what it is? I'm trying to give you the timeline, yeah?
Yeah.
He came to the gym to spar with Richard Towers.
Yeah.
And I was sparring with Kell Brook at the time. And Joshua was stood there watching because he was sparring afterwards. And I was sparring good against Kell. So I think he might have had like a level of respect for me. So when we'd all finished sparring, Joshua came up to me. And we was chatting for about 20 minutes. And I thought, I like this guy. I like this guy's energy. But then I set up a YouTube channel and I was just talking a load of drunken bullshit about him. Just saying the usual, Tyson Fury will fuck him up and he's boring. So I said he's boring. But when I met him, he was good to talk to. But I mean on camera, he's got that politically correct, fucking media-friendly persona and he's dead. What does he say? Less talk, more action. You know? Stay humble. It's not interesting, is it? So I've been dissing him over the years. So that's when I went to his gym a few years after dissing him. So that's when he's come up to me and he said to me, "What did you say about me?"
So he's like, "What did you say about me?" So what went through your mind?
You know them.
Did you clench your fists?
You know them weight machines.
Yeah, pull bar.
You got like a bench.
Yeah.
I was sat down. I was just texting some woman, and I've like looked up and he's like walking towards me, Joshua. So I don't know what he's doing. I'm thinking he's coming over because I've forgotten all this shit I've said about him. You know, it's a load of drunken bullshit. But he's like come up to me, and he's like stood above me. And he said, "What did you say about me in your videos?" So I said, "What did I say?" And he said, "Get out of my gym."
What's the first thing that went through your mind when he said, "Get out of my gym"? Did you clench your fists or get ready to
I stood up. And
chest out?
me and him were like face to face. He's a bit taller than me, so I'm like looking up a bit. He's got his bandages on.
Were you ready to go? Be honest.
A load of things came into my mind, you know, because I was thinking compensation. That'd be a nice bag, you know, if I get hit. But then he was sparring that day. So he had his little sparring partners with him, you know, some big heavyweights. And his little yes men came with him as well. You know, he's got a cousin on it. And some of what's that guy called KD? He came over as well. So they were all with Joshua. I'm on my own pretty much.
Surrounded.
But I stood my ground, you know. I was quite proud of myself. But yeah.
So you stood there, and then what's happened next? They're like, "Get out of the gym." Did you say anything, or did your face go red? Did you feel embarrassed?
No, I said to him, "Let's go and talk one-on-one. Let's go one-on-one." And he just kept saying, "Get out of my gym." You know what I mean? And then he like walked off. So then he's like, cousin and the other black guy, they like tried to like escort me out. They didn't touch me, but they was like saying, come on, let's go.
Were you thinking at the time? Were you feeling embarrassed? Were you thinking, fuck this, I'm going to go out in my own time? Did you walk slowly, quickly?
I didn't run out at all. I just took my time, and I was staring at him for ages. There's some eye contact going on for a while. So like, come on, man, I'm not gonna pussy out and run off like that. Come on. I was outnumbered, but I did okay.
Do you think he'd be able to catch you with your Ingo footwork back in them days?
I was gonna say to him, do you want to spar or what? But I don't know, man.
And then when you walked out, what's the first thing that went through your mind? Because you probably thought, I'm going to go home, get on live.
Well, I was outside the gym, stood outside the gym, and then Robert McCracken came out. You know, his trainer at the time.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I thought I might attack Robert McCracken, you know, to get to Joshua. But I thought, no, he's innocent, Robert McCracken. He's a good guy, man.
I think he could probably look after him. He was a boxer himself.
Yeah, I know. He boxed Howard Eastman. I know he was decent, but that was like 30 years ago, 20
Tyan
years
Booth
ago.
attacks Rob McCracken.
Yeah, it's not on, is it? It's out of order. I'm going for the wrong person.
What do you think of him moving to Dallas, training with Derek James?
It don't matter where he goes in the world, man. He's still got the fucking concussion that he got. You know, in that sparring session before he fought Ruiz the first time. So you can search the whole world looking for a trainer, but it's not going to help him. It's the problems within. You know, he's getting rid of these trainers every minute, but the problem lies within. A lot of boxers get beat and they try and blame the trainer and try and sack the trainer, but